We reach a point where using only basic and power chords is not enough to express ourselves when writing riffs, especially if you enjoy progressive rock. Writing with just those chords can sound very limited and repetitive, and enhancing the chord progression with the right notes can significantly improve your composition, offering a wider range of tonal possibilities. In this video, I will teach you how to create amazing riffs starting from basic chords and moving on to more modern chords in a prog rock style. I'm Rod Rodriguez, and if you are not a subscriber yet, please subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive all the new videos notifications. I grew up listening to bands like Dream Theater, Rush, Yes, and more prog bands from the 70s. A few years ago, I discovered modern prog bands like Leprous, Intervals, and Haken. I realized that these bands use very interesting chords, not just the basic power chords found in many hard rock and metal bands. You can find chords like these in many of their songs. But I always wondered how they created so many interesting chords. I used my song La Premiere experience from my latest album Tales of a Changing Life Part 1 as an example. I'm going to break it down and play it with simple basic open chords. The basic chords are E minor, F sharp, A minor, C, and B. This chord progression is very simple and could be used in any pop and rock song. Now I'm going to play the same chords but all with bar chords. Playing with power chords sounds straightforward, and this is probably how I would play them if I was in a metal band. But I'm not in a metal band, and that's not the sound I wanted. It could work though. Anyway, we can also make them sound a bit jazzy by adding the seventh. If we play these chords in the first position with distortion and palm muting, they could easily fit in any Opeth song. Another way I really like is playing it with sus2 chords. Alex Lifeson from Rush would probably play them like this. This next example uses add-9 chords. When played without distortion, they can sound similar to what Andy Summers did in The Police songs like Messenger in a Bottle and Every Breath You Take. If you add distortion to these chords, they can sound a lot like John Petrucci. We can also add some embellishments to it, like double stops, some notes from the scales, open strings, or anything else in the key. In this riff, I included some scale notes and open strings. And here is the final version of this riff, combining all these ideas. And the chords in the final version are E at 9, E minor 7, F sharp 7, F sharp 7 over A sharp, A minor, C, and B. The next riff I want to use as an example is from the song Woodbine Sunset, from the same album. This riff has different time signatures. The first part is in 3/4 and the second part is in 5/4. I follow the same concept as the previous riff, starting with very basic chords and adding some different notes. The chord progression is quite simple: C sharp minor, B and A in the first part, and C sharp minor, B and F sharp in the second part. The first change I made was adding open strings to these chords. I aimed for a sound similar to Rush. To emphasize this, I used a chord that Alex Lifeson plays in Cygnus X Books 2 from the album Hemispheres. It's an F sharp 7/11 chord, also found in Dream Theater's Metropolis Part 1. By the way, I really love this chord and those songs. The only other change I made was to the C sharp minor chord. I added the 7th and the 9th to it. It sounds a lot like Rush, indeed. In the final version of this riff, I added some palm muting with alternate picking and some notes from the scale. The next example is from an unreleased song called On the Road, which will be on my upcoming album Tales of a Changed Life Part 2, set to release in a few months. This riff is in 7/8 and 6/8 time signatures, heavily influenced by Rush once again. The chord progression is quite simple, just E and D, but the added notes and the way I played them with palm muting and open strings give them a richer flavor. Let's begin with the open E chord using the first two open strings and the D chord with those same open strings, transforming that chord into a D sus2 13. The other way we can play the E chord is like this. And to the D chord, I added the augmented 11th and the major 7, like this. In the final version of this riff, I blend all these ideas with open strings and notes from the bar chord shape. This is a great approach to writing prog riffs. Many of the greatest guitarists in this genre always keep these concepts in mind to add more colors to their riff. Try applying them to your own riffs. There's no limit when you're creating music. Don't hesitate to draw inspiration from other guitarists too. All our favorite musicians were also influenced by other ones and borrowed their ideas. The most important thing is to keep writing your music, stay creative, and pursue your dreams. Please share your riffs with me. I would love to hear them. Leave the links in the comments below and let me know your thoughts on this lesson. If you want to learn more about me, my private lessons and my online courses, please visit my website at www.rodrodriguez.net. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more lessons and my new upcoming album.